Start your engines, NASCAR fans. Amen. Just like last time against them, Knicks can't get the lead back. Can't run out of gas when they get close. A 4-point deficit has gone back up to a 16-point deficit. How am I not surprised by that? People wonder why I want Thibodeau dead, or at the very least pink slipped. Shit like this is why. The inability to adapt. Against the top quality squads. And why I constantly wish for this motherfucker to be put to death. But maybe in a couple of years when the team starts to regress completely, and we'll need a new younger coach who can be held accountable. I personally prefer the old configuration. It had a lot more tension, in my opinion, folks. If no one's going to join me, then I have join me on my streams, whether it be to exclusivity, credibility, or both. I'm just going to say it now, Pat. Screw you and ABSN. I'm truly. Everyone who left seldom came into my things prior to and since the split, but the point still applies. You become a bigot, dude. Standpoint, this is the place that you sit in the seat. I've drawn the line in the sand. Every single lap. And as a driver, for me, this was a place that felt like you guys go show some hot stuff, then I fucking quit on a more regular basis, just so I can get to 3,000 watch hours and first by the end of the month, by the end of the year, and 4,000 and another 306 subbies. And 4,000 watch hours by the end of the year? So now I have to quit. I'm getting to that point, guys. It could be tough to overcome. Fords were still trying to figure out their car last year as they were trying to get the new body figured out. Today they don't have that problem. Rather, I will have to quit at this point. They have a lot of speed to go with it. Well, the Fords have the speed, but do they have the downforce to handle on this track? Todd Gilliland told me yes, his car has more downforce than the one which he led the most laps in this race last year. Let's go trackside. Time for those ever so famous words in NASCAR. Drivers, start your engines. Just tell them you want a hamburger. And get you one right off the grill. Made for you, not waiting on you. No code words required. Every single hamburger, every single time. Nice to see there's someone that I can talk to for help. Find a urology specialist who treats BD at GoGetSomebody.com. On whatever category I choose, every single month. And more I shop online. City, I got extra lettuce. And yes, Jasper, you're going to have to carry things. It's been really weird ever since you two hooked up. Don't just pay now.
Field rolling off the pit. I want to apologize for that little tirade. I didn't know the mic was on.
Worship should be God-centered. It is very man-centered. Now, I want to be clear on something. In no way am I suggesting that you should not listen to fans. The only Chevrolet in the top 10. I'm not saying one. I'm going to say you can't find a song. It is not the top 10 on we see everything you did in this race last year. You got great position. Looks like the fourth is the place to be. What do you expect today? To be the dream machine back in my days. They parked that thing in Victory Lane. Ticket row 4, starting 7th, number 38, Zane Smith. 8th on his outside, number 17, Chris Busher. Row 5, starting 9th, Keselowski, Bad Brand. On his outside, Norris. Row 6, last week had massive crash, Ryan Preece, and on his outside, AJ Allendale. Row 7, Mullen finished 6th in this race, finished 6th last week, and Bubba Wallace finished Atlanta best fifth in this race last year. It's been a busy week. Florida to North Carolina, New York, back to North Carolina, finally to Atlanta. Equally as busy, though, was the 24 race team themselves, of course, losing a day of preparation because of all the celebrations. Chief Rudy Fugo told me a little while ago, the plan for today, exactly the same as it was 1 week ago, to execute on all aspects of the race. They think they can get Willie this third Atlanta victory. Let me take you road number 9 involved in an accident in all 6 races in Atlanta. He's started here in the middle, ladies and gentlemen, for number 5, Kyle Larson. On the outside, runner up in the 500 last week, Tyler Reddick. And road 10, we've got the July 2022 winner with Chase Elliott and one of North Carolina's tied. Remaining 19 cars will be starting the pylon, and we'll draw your attention back to position number 29, where we will find last year's winner of this race. Jamie?
David Suarez, yes, won this race a year ago, but it didn't come easy. He got caught up in that lap 2 crash. His pit crew, they had to work overtime. He came down pit road 4 additional times. Today, he's starting mid-pack, deep in the field. And I talked to his crew chief, and their message amongst this team is, be ready for any and all adversity. Remember last year, don't give up, keep fighting to the end.
Thanks, Jamie. Now let's take a closer look at safety changes with our crew chief, Larry McGrath. Mike, as you guys have been talking, Atlanta is one bad, fast-mile half racetrack. And anytime we're at a track where they're going over 180 miles per hour, and we've seen the last few years,
That's true.
so August of 2023, this is Ryan Trace in the 41 car on the backstretch of Daytona. Remember, time and time again, he was right back in the race car, racing again, and let's win. Now let's go to Toyota Cadillac. Let's take a look at some of the changes to keep these cars on the trail. It's going to start pretty much with the right rear bumper strip behind the exhaust pipe. That keeps air from going underneath the car. And you have the hand down the right side of the back window, the extend of the roof rails on the right side. Also, they have some fabric in the right roof flap that keeps the car should expand to the right side. Man, let's take a real look at the Toyota car here. The changes they've made. You've got the extension on the right rear bumper strip behind the exhaust pipe. Keeps air from going underneath the car. The fan down the back window on the right side, just like the left side. And they right side roof film. Let's keep car on the ground sheds, air flow across the car extends to the right side. Also, get the right roof flap support. Red triangle right there. That keeps air stacked up just as well. Now, we know Ryan Freeze got upside down last week in Daytona. The outfit was very unique. It's something NASCAR will dig deep into trying to tell them everything. Yeah, and they dig deep into everything. When you look at all those additions to the race car, that puts in a reaction that cars taking over at Michigan and some of the other races, and we saw Priest's barrel roll, and they fixed the grass on the back straightaway. So NASCAR doesn't take any of the safety stuff lightly, and I think they don't get enough credit for the amount of research and time and effort and the staff that they have to keep these drivers as safe as possible. Because no matter what, these cars have been turning over and crashing and having all these problems for a number of years, and that's going to continue. There's really no fact that in any of this sport that has more, time and money spent in safety. Right, so due credit to it's all there's just like you said, Kevin, these cars are extremely safe. Mind you, that thing toppled over at 180 miles an hour. That's a lot to ask on anything. Now, with the change to Atlanta being a drafting track, they have to change how you get on pit road. So from turn 3 around the yellow line that starts with the road, there is a 90-mile-an-hour
Okay.
speed, which drops to 45. Yellow line to yellow line along pit road. Yeah, and it creates a lot of problems because when you pit under green, we saw crashes last year. Some of the pit road under green, guys going too fast, didn't get their cars slowed down, guys trying to get to yellow flag pit road speed or just plain out running into each other. So in and out of these pit stalls, the pit stalls are narrow. You want to get all that you can down pit road with this type of race. A lot of cars stay on the lead lap. You got a lot of guys on 2 tires, 4 tires, no tires, fuel only. So when you have those mixed up strategies,
It'll be a tough one for these drivers.
in and out of the pit boxes. Now it's winter here in Georgia, as it is in most of the country. But Mother Nature has been kind to us. The highs have been in the 50s all week, and that high temperature usually occurs about an hour from now, about 4 p.m. in the afternoon. So got a little bit of a breeze out of the northwest, a lot of high clouds. And here's your race analysis. We'll go 260 laps to complete 400 miles. Look at the stage wings. They are all over the way. 6
Yeah, this will be a tough one. Does anyone miss DW? I always thought it was a 267 lapper because this is about a mile and a half. Pace car pivots. Boogie, boogie, boogie. Let's go racing, boys. Cindric pulling away from the pack, getting Blaney trying to reel him in on the high side. And Cindric will take lap 1. Ryan Blaney is second, then Josh Berry. This is on board from Joey Logano, who sits in the 4th spot. Now make it 5 as Gillen gets around him, or is about to get by him. Behind him, Kyle Busch in 6th. I mean, Cindric's the only driver to have done so well at this track. 2 career wins. He's never won at this track as far as I know. Or if he has, I'm not aware of it. Josh Berry now moves into solid 2nd place. Into a solid 2nd place. Todd Gilliland trying to get in on the low side. Kyle Busch trying to cut him off. And Ryan Blaney trying to cut it off Joey Logano. That they have. 5 laps in. Through eye down the front stretch. Kyle Larson, this is from 14th on back. Now they go single file behind Cindric, Berry, Blaney. Or for the most part, single file. Logano, Gilliland, Busch, Keselowski, Buscher, Wallace, and Preece. Bubba Wallace currently sits in 9th. He's got Ryan Preece behind him. Coming down on the inside is William Byron, the Daytona 500 winner. No, he did not. No, they are not. This is Shane Van Gisbergen, the Kiwi from Auckland. Only win was the 23 road race in Chi-Town. He currently runs 18th. That's from Tyler Relic, who currently sits in 10th. But he just got around Ryan Preece for that spot. Kyle Larson behind Preece, and then William Byron, Zane Smith, and Carson Hocevar, the top 15. Eric Jones has gained 6. Tyrek has gained 8 spots in his own right since the start of the race. A lot of drivers trying to fight. Busher moves into 8th. Oh, wait. It's just their average running spots. Continuing to run single file. The problem with a drafting track is to get the max, for me anyway, is the max, for maximum output from your car, you've got to be in the front of the pack. You need that clean air on your grill at any and all costs. You're behind someone, you're getting dirt on that grill. I mean, that grill's going to get dirty, real dirty, real fast. This is on board with Brad Keselowski, who currently sits in 7th. As he's losing a little bit of gap, as he's now starting to see a gap between him and Kyle Busch. Bubba Wallace coming in on the low side, gets around Busch, his teammate Chris Buescher, and we'll take a commercial break. Or we'll do an all Fox shit. 11 laps in the books. So anyone wants to join me on this trip, the link is right here. Bubba Wallace moves into 7th, Byron to 8th. I don't know who just got by Bubba. But it's got to be around for somewhere in that low top 10 tier. Okay, so Keselowski got back by Wallace. So that puts Keselowski back in 7th, Wallace back to 8th. Byron to 9th, and Carson Hocevar gets around Tyler Reddick and Chris Buescher for 10th, and first 11th, and then 10th. Byron now moves into 8th. As Keselowski falls to 7th, as Busch falls to 7th, Keselowski now cracks into the top 5, makes his way into the top 5, but how long is he going to hold that spot? The front 3 are now Cindric, Berry, and Logano, as Blaney, who started on the pole, has fallen back to 4th. Todd Gilliland has fallen to 6th. William Byron has doubled his position to 8th. Bubba Wallace, big gainer right now, Carson Hocevar, he started 26th. He's up to 13th. Logano looking for the low angle, looking to the inside line, trying to get around Cindric. Will he get to him? Outside line led by Cindric, inside line led by Logano. He's not going to get the lead this lap as he gets a little room. Here comes Keselowski pushing Berry to the front. Or that's Gilliland, excuse me. William Byron to 5th. Ryan Blaney falls to 6th. Bubba Wallace to 7th. Brad Keselowski down to 8th. Then Tyler Reddick and Kyle Larson, your top 10. Keselowski fighting for 7th. Trying to form the line. Gillen trying to give has given enough of a push where he can push himself in the 3rd place. And he does. Now Gillen goes to the outside looking for inside looking for 2nd. He's got it. Now looking to get around Cindric. Will he get it? Yes. Or trying to, at least. Cindric will hold on to the lead for this lap, but Gillen is trying to barrel ahead of him. I mean, desperately, he's trying to barrel ahead of him. But he goes back in line, which puts him in 2nd. But here comes Joey Logano in that inside line. Handling issues. Including his very first career win in Talladega, which is considered a drafting track. Gillen trying to find Cindric has now moved to the inside line to cut off the out. And now Bubba Wallace is going to go to the high side. I could try to form a 3rd line. I'm not sure if that's a smart move. Your top 5 are Todd Gillen, Austin Cindric, Joey Logano, Bubba Wallace, who decided to form a 3rd outside line, and Josh Berry. Through 25 laps. Cindric back in front. Gone to 2nd. Berry to third. Going to fourth. Bubba Wallace falls to fifth. Then it's William Byron, Kyle Larson, Ty Reddick, Brad Keselowski, Kyle Busch. They're all shuffling behind them. Halfway through this first shift and through this first stage. Well, he fell to seventh now, Mike. And dangerous on this kind of a track. As we see Byron, Blaney, and Larson just sandwiched between each other. Just sandwiching each other to see who can get in the head of the game. 5 of the front 6 are Ford drivers. But the car is starting to tighten up on Bubba, and that's not a good sign if you're someone who's trying to fight his way to the front of the pack. Yeah, but he's really in a tight spot, wedged in between William Byron and Tyler Reddick. Blaney's car is starting to tighten up. Yeah. Josh Berry moves to the lead. Josh Berry at drafting tracks, he's never finished better than 16th in 9 starts. Tough break for John Hunter Nemechek and Carson Hulsevar. Keselowski now being left on his own in the corner. That's going to allow a lot of cars to get around him. Just got passed by both Bubba Wallace and William Byron for 5th and 6th, respectively. 38 laps down. 38 laps complete out of the 260. I really thought this was a 267-mile race, but whatever. I don't care for these McDonald's celebrity specials. Reddick moves into 7. I'm so glad I'm skipping the 600 this year again. Looks like Keselowski's starting to get a little tight as he falls so far into the back. He's down to 14th after being as high as 4th. Berry looking underneath. Cindric going to try to cut through the middle. But Berry will take the lead on this lap. Lap with a push from Cindric. $15 to go until the first stage is decided. And Byron at 4th. He's got Carson Hocevar pushing him, and now Blaine going to the far inside of the track. Wallace now moves into 3rd. Hocevar down the low side again. 12 to go until the stage caution. Wallace in second now, trying to get around Josh Berry, and he cannot, at least not on that turn. It does. All cars on the lead lap. It's Berry, Cindric, Byron, Wallace, Reddick, Hocevar, Logano, Gilliland, Busch, and Elliott. Your top 10. Where'd Busher go? Let's see, where is he? Nope. Oh, he's 29th, and Priest were 22nd. $53 laps led, all by Fords. Cindric with 30, 23 by Berry, and 3 by Todd Gilliland. As the rest of the pack begins to stack up behind these guys. I know what's going to be coming when we get to the pits. When we get to pit tactics. Takes after this stage. Fuel, grip, track bars, wedge adjustments, anything they can do to loosen the cars up. Anything the crews can do to loosen up the cars. Bohm currently in 17th. Rex sits in 6th, for those wondering where he's at. Wallace in 4th. Yeah, and take advantage of that fact that the Fords are not designed for good grip on the bottom of a race of the racetracks of a drafting track. Final lap of the stage. Who's going to get the points? Barry holding the line. Austin Cindric in second. Then it's William Byron, Bubba Wallace, Ty Reddick, and Chase Elliott. Ty Reddick, Ryan Blaney, Todd Gillen, Kyle Busch, Carson Hocevar, Joey Logano now, excuse me. Moving to the top 10. Byron not able to clear. The winner of stage 1, Josh Berry. Then it's Austin Cindric, William Byron, Bubba Wallace, Kyle Busch, Ty Reddick, Todd Gillen, Ryan Blaney, Carson Hocevar, and Joey Logano. We're about to be a quarter of the way through this race. So Josh Berry will get 10 points. Austin Cindric will get a stage win. Austin Cindric gets 9. William Byron will get 8. 7 for Bubba Wallace. 6 for Chase Elliott. 5 for Tyler Reddick. Todd Gillen will get 4. 3 points for Ryan Blaney. 2 for Carson Hocevar. And 1 stage point for Joey Logano. John Hunter Nemechek, Kyle Busch, Ricky Stenhouse Jr., Alec Bowman, Brad Keselowski, AJ Allmendinger, Chase Elliott, Chase Briscoe, Kyle Larson, Chase Briscoe, Ryan Preece, Denny Hamlin, Eric Jones, Zane Smith, Shane Van Gisbergen, Christopher Bell, Riley Herbst, Noah Gragson, Ross Chastain, Justin Haley, Ty Gibbs, Ty Dillon, Corey LaJoie, Chris Buescher, Austin Dillon, Cole Custer, Daniel Suarez, Cody Ware, PJ McLeod, Cleod, JJ Yaley, and Michael McDowell round out the field going into lap 61. Into the next lap. Here come the pit. Here we go with the pits. How about widening the track in the pack? Logano hits his stall first. William Byron in. Josh Berry is in. Todd Gilliland is in. And it's going to be Logano who leads the pack on the way out. Then it's Berry, Cindric, Tyler Reddick, William Byron, Chase Elliott, Alec Bowman, Ryan Blaney, Carson Hocevar, and Brad Keselowski are the 10 of the first to get out of the pits. Or the first 10 to get out of the pit. Cody Ware, BJ McLeod, JJ Yaley. They all stayed out, and they all stayed out of the pit. Looks like Keselowski got caught for a speeding penalty, and thus he has to go to the back of the line. He'll restart at 26 for the penalty due to a speeding penalty. winners are Joey Logano, Josh Berry, Austin Cindric, Tyler Reddick, William Byron, Alec Bowman, Chase Elliott, Ryan Blaney, Carson Hocevar, and Bubba Wallace after the pit cycle. Oh, a pit penalty. Okay. Well, I was right with Kelso getting hit with a penalty of some sort. I just didn't know what. We're back to green. Berry jumps in. Gets a little bit of a push from Byron. Cindric pushing Logano. Then you have Elliott and Bowman behind them. But it looks like it's going to be Logano holding the lead, at least for now. Logano finished 28th in last year's spring race, and then he won last year on his way to a cup title in the fall. This is why Team Penske dominates on drafting tracks. 11 straight years where they've won on a draft track. 898 laps. Next closest team has only led 265 at a draft track. 190 running 1-2 since 2024. I mean, if the 2010s were the years of Hendrick, then the 2020s, regardless of the amount of titles won, belong to the Penskes. This is on board Chase Briscoe's car. He currently runs in 14th. He just got passed for 14th by Denny Hamlin. Next Sunday, Dakota. For those wondering, that's a road course down in Austin, Texas. Shane Van Gisbergen has been in and out of the top 20 most day. He's on board with Ty Gibbs, the grandson of Joe Gibbs. He's currently running in the top 20, but not by much. This is for 18th. He gets around Ryan Preece. No, he does not. Tyrek moves in the 4th. We're over a quarter of the way through the race, for those wondering. We'll take a commercial break. It's Logano, Barry, Cindric, Gillen, Reddick, Wallace, Bowman, Larson, Hocevar, and Hamlin, your top 10. That's oh, and Ty Dillon crashes, and a bad one. Tire damage. Let's see what happened to him. Where was Ty when he crashed? Wasn't that far up in the pack, if I remember correctly. Well, either way, he and Michael McDowell laps off the pace, so 37 left on the lead lap. Everyone going in to top off. Joey Logano will lead the pack. I know I am, guys. Why not help me out on this call? Why don't you? Left the link right here on both mine and the net. Cindric out in the way. So is Chase Elliott. It'll be Logano, Barry. Bowman gets out before everyone out ahead of them. Then Byron, Gilliland, Reddick. Cindric loses a spot. Then it's Kyle Larson, Ryan Blaney, and Bubba Wallace. Out of the field. So where does everyone stand after coming out of this pit? pack on this caution flag after everyone topped off. Well, BJ McLeod stayed out, so for now, he's in the lead, but he'll go back in a second. Then it's Josh Berry, Alec Bowman, Austin Cindric, Tyler Reddick, Carson Hocevar, William Byron, Bubba Wallace, Ryan Blaney, Chase Elliott, your top 10. I guess Logano got hit with a penalty for leaving the pits too quickly. Or not. Or maybe he did. Ryan Preece in 11th, Joey Logano 12th, Todd Gilliland in 13th, then Ty Gibbs, Kyle Larson, AJ Allmendinger, Nolan Gragson, Denny Hamlin, Shane Van Gisbergen. Okay, Logano did not get busted. So Logano, the lead cycles back to Logano, then Barry, Bowman, Byron, Gilliland, Reddick, Cindric, Larson, Blaney, and Bubba. Then it's Hocevar, Hamlin, Elliott, Stenhouse, Jones, Herbst, Preece, Hunter Nemechek, Gibbs, Chastain, Bell, Busher, Gragson, Keselowski, Kyle Busch, Zane Smith, Cole Custer, Austin Dillon, Van Gisbergen, LaJoy, Briscoe, Suarez, Yaley, Haley, Allmendinger, Ware, and McLeod, your lead lappers. Michael McDowell, 5 laps after handling issues, and Ty Dillon out of the race after a crash. Nope, I have not. Oh, never mind, Pat. I might as well put, because I don't want. And we go back to green as Hamlin got penalized for driving through too many pit stalls here on lap 82 out of 260. Here we go. Or is it 83? I don't know. Oh, 88, excuse me. Coming to the outside. Gillen trying to dig under. He can't get there. Bowman will hold the second spot. Byron falls to fourth. Logano too far into the lead. Well into the lead. In the meantime, I got to take a piss, so I'll be right back. Looks like Gilman has moved to the lead. But Logano is not giving up that high ground without a fight. Cindric has moved to third. Bubba Wallace in sixth, and Ricky Stenhouse Jr. is starting to make his climb up into the pace. Logano will hold the line. What happened to Ty Riddick? Correct. Wall scrape. That's going to cost him some sufficient damage and be a little deficient. This was early, a couple of laps ago, but now Joey's got the lead. Really easy to hit off that turn 4 wall. That 3 wide in the back. Very losing speed. They have moves into the top 10. Aiden won a race in the track. Now Aiden is after 13. Like a big race right now. Dylan trying to keep the lead, waiting for Bone to come back to him. Nikki 17. I don't know what this movie's about.
Chips and a drink for just $6.99. Or if you're big hungry, make it a foot long for only $3 more. Big hungry, such a great thing. The all-new $6.99 meal of the day at Subway.
So now long video. I've got a ration how much I can burn on it. Next PA is on to the 7th. 26, 7. We're at lap 100.
Any given Saturday. And a little work. And a little fun. And a truck that says no to nothing.
And we've got a spin out. Eric Jones has brought out another caution. I think his tires gave out. Lap 102. So let's see. Where was Jones when this occurred? Okay. He was behind Brad Keselowski, Ty Riddick, Chris Buescher. Got turned around, blew out his tires. Let's look from Chase Briscoe's perspective, as he was in front of. Oh, that was Ross Chastain. And that was Ross Chastain and Cody Ware that was in behind. Okay. This is what happened. Let's look at this from Jones's viewpoint. Oh, that wasn't Cody Ware. That was Riley Herbst. Excuse me. This is our third caution of the race. Second, involving a crash. Involving a spin out, a crash, or both. Yeah, this is going to put Jones a couple of laps off pace at best. During the 2001 Cracker Barrel 500, weeks after the death of Dale Earnhardt, a week after the death of Dale Earnhardt Sr. in the Daytona 500, Harvick stepped in the car. 2 weeks later, he would win his first ever Cup race, edging out Jeff Gordon in the final lap. We're about ready to go back to green. We're on lap 106. Getting ready to go back to green on lap 107 of 200. And there's the damage from that spin. But that was during a yellow flag pit session, during a caution pit session, and he opted to stay out. But as time has gone on, Chevys and Toyotas are getting more and more apparent up at the front line. And we are back to green. Bowman sandwiches himself in between Logano and Gilliland to move into second. Logano now goes to the inside line, looking for Cindric to give him a bump. And he gets it. Going back to the bottom of the big run, edging to the front. Can he hold it? No, he cannot. Uh-oh, Cindric got a little loose. And now Logano breaks away from his teammate. Cindric trying desperately. Six to go. Brad Keselowski, who suffered a pit penalty earlier, he's moved up to 13th. Or 14th. Two to go in this rate. Two to go on the stage. Or 58, 52 to go on the stage. 42 to go on the stage. And then you have a third group of Blaney, Chastain, Keselowski, Gibbs, Bell. Can anyone catch Logano? I don't know. With 100, we got 141 to go. 41 on this stage. It's going to take a caution just to try to slow him down.
Takes me part of the NASCAR pit crew. You? I mean, we keep Xfinity Internet. That's reliable at home and on the go.
kind of like keeping cars fast and reliable on the track. You think that being coolant meant driving with your sunglasses on? That doesn't make it cooler? What's the check? Don't bring him into this.
I don't know, man. I mean, you asked if we could swap gasoline once.
Okay. I shouldn't be in the pit crew. Good driver. Maybe just stick to what you're good at.
Yeah. Xfinity is your super fast connection to NASCAR. What about these?
Quicker picker-upper. Dousey absorbs bills like a sponge, and it's 2 times more absorbent, so you can use less. Quicker picker-upper. 24 laps to play in the ambetterhealth 400 Fox. Joey Logano's back. Secret for 30 laps. Josh Berry for 30
Why do you have the race back?
Yeah, that place right there in turns 3 and 4, you can really see how they're all over the racetrack. You got so many options of grooves, and you want to put your car like we talked about. In a place that's not in the same line as the car in front of you. Yes, they are. The action level has really picked up here.
They are. Those six.
And the thing that you don't want to happen, you don't want those cars to come down in front of you too early to make the front end of that race car take off the corner with the front tires pushing up the racetrack. And that's exactly what I'm seeing here, Kevin. I'm watching this. You go ahead, Mike. Just call it. We're going to sit back there and then they keep getting bigger, stronger. And now they're starting to get in front of them and try to block them. First, we're just backing up about who's using the rest of all that. And then sure something happened with his car or things just got too close. Well, the thing that happens is you get in a position right there where like a couple looks for somebody and then a car will slide in front of you or somebody checks it. But in his case, I'm sure he had to lift because the front end probably took off up the racetrack and to keep from going all the way up into another car or into the wall.
Christopher Bell, folks. Hot gift car. Like I said, the key to any race is to get to the front of the line. Why? Because then you get something you definitely need in these sorts of races. Clean air. At least compared to the pace of last week, we get to step up. I.e., we're getting through this pretty lickety split. He's on board with Keselowski. He's currently in 13th. Yeah, and the only way they're going to get stopped is a caution flag. Your top 10, Logano, Cindric, Bowman, Hosever, Blaney, Larson, Wallace, Byron, Berry, Elliott. Whoa, fire in the hole. Todd Gilliland smoking out the back end. Caution out. On lap 136. 35, 4. Cut a tire, and he cut it badly. But at least he's able to make it into the pits. And sheesh, he really blew that tire up. Right rear, to be exact. Caution is out, though. But a tough break for the Aaron's 34. This knocks Gilliland back all the way to 36th place. Who cares for the WNBA? That's interesting. Personally, I'm not the biggest fan of Chipotle. If I go for Tex-Mex, it's usually at the Bell. So Chase Elliott leads a pack of cars that they're going to get some. They're going to get their cart looked at. And get some tires. Ty Reddick, Chase Elliott. Actually, Chase was pitting from the 10th spot, but whatever. But in this case, for the guys that are 10th on back for the most part that have opted to pit, this is a smart move, as you can get some track position out of it. He's had my fucking ass.
He's had a tough go of it so far, 3 laps down, and that's because he lost power steering at lap 38. So they ended up bringing it into the garage. They swapped it.
Oh, tough break for Bryant McDowell.
In effect, these teams can go back to the garage, make a change, and come back up the day.
Yeah, he's made up a couple laps, but in position. Some other guys. So, yeah. These guys have to pit. The top kill the biggest. Yeah, and look at that mess behind him. You see those guys up against the wall. This racetrack is usable.
barometer. Or Michael, not barometer, but whatever.
And this is when you're three wide, man in the middle. The front end is you see Christopher Bell go off the racetrack, and that's it. Just what we talked about all day. That's it's been an issue. Since we started stage 2.
Chase currently in 14th. Don't blame him for being that piss move. 15 to go. And 14 to go on this cycle. On this. This is from Gibbs's perspective. This is from Bowman's Reddick's car. Kyle Busch in 14th. He's been bickering with Carson Hocevar the whole race. And this is the advantage for most of those guys that opted to come in with about 10 during that last caution, as Bowman now moves to the lead and he'll get it. There comes Kyle Larson, though. So valid a point. Whoa, Elliott spins a bit and gets a little loose. Oh, and there he goes into Keselowski. And Corey LaJoie took some damage. And that means Keselowski is out of the race. Tough break. Once again, misfortune strikes the Bill More sub 6 squad in Atlanta in the spring. See. Tough break for Brad again. I do want to stress next week, no, I will not be calling the Coda race. Mostly because I find road course races a pain in the ass to sit through. They're long, they're tedious, there's not much passing, and it all boils down to pit strategy. Yeah, it looks like the oh, so that snapped went. So for Chase, that's what snapped on his car. This will cost Chase a couple of laps, though. So it'll be Chase Briscoe. So everyone from Chase Briscoe on down is heading to the pit lane. Lucky dog on this lap will go to Michael McDowell. So he's now down by only 2 laps off the pace. Here's what happened. And the Georgia faithful, fans of his father, Bill Elliott, not happy. In all honesty, can't blame them. Denny Hamlin first out of the pits, out of the caution crew. Out of his pit. So who's 9th on back coming out of the pit? Uh-oh. Looks like AJ Allmendinger's got an engine issue. It's going to knock him out of the race.
Whether you're moving across town or across the country, save up to 20% at Pods.com today.
Smooth smile tips. If you don't encounter one, chances are there's a pack nearby. Fortunately, the same applies to beer. Head for the mountains of stage number 2 in Atlanta. Always a good time to be had. We'll have a big crowd on hand here for the second race this season. This is for our Associate Director, Rich Brett. And Rich, everybody who comes to Atlanta knows that the Henry County Sheriff's Department sits there right at the entrance to that Lake Talbot subdivision, and they have radar.
Base car.
I know you are Director Ronnie Captain of the firsthand. Are you telling me when speed? Maybe not over. That's speed, baby.
Back to green, and Logano will move back in front. I thought it was 9th on back. Oh, Gregson got out first, then Reddick, Gilliland, Stenhouse, Briscoe, Chastain, Hunter Nemechek. Nice bump by Larson. That's going to put Bowman permanently in the lead. 2 to go, and this is not what Logano wanted. Dirty air on his grill. As I said, the key to winning any race is clean air at any and all, being on your grill at any and all costs. And then you got Bubba Wallace in third. Here comes Kyle Larson. Logano going to the low side. Larson to the lead. Bubba Wallace in third. And stage 2 goes to Kyle Larson, then Bubba Wallace, Joey Logano, William Byron, Alec Bowman, Ty Reddick, Carson Hocevar, Ricky Stenhouse Jr., Austin Cindric, and Noah Gragson get stage points in stage 2.
Selection, including over 1,500 vehicles across under 20 brands. Plus, drive today, but pay later. We are pay to burn and zero down options. Buy from the name you know and trust. Patrick has received over 750,000 five-star online reviews. Over 1,500 vehicles under 20,000. Find yours at PatrickCups.com.
wasn't enough room to get out front, and then Bubba Wallace had to take his car off the racetrack right there. Then the steering wheel, and it looked like it got loose on him. Good thinking, that's fun. Exciting. Now all the roles are going to reverse. These guys are going to have to did, then the tires are going to be in front of them. So only one driver that had partial tires managed to move up into the top 10 on the final lap of that stage. And that was top red. So, Jamie.
Jordan Bryant for the 83 laps today comes in
It cycles begin again.
the overall. Wants to be just a little bit tighter.
This is for the front 8 who didn't pit during the last caution.
Air pressure adjustment, 4 tires, not filling up. On the other hand, Kyle Larson from 17 to get the stage win on the radio. He said, "Yay, we knew the accomplishment of getting it done on the draft style track. Doesn't want to adjust on it. He's kind of right on the border, not too tight, not too loose." Said, "Let's leave it 4 tires for Kyle Larson." Read it.
The line, it's Larson and Reddick who get out first, I think.
This tax season, do more than just catch up. Spring forward with a free 5G phone with select Straight Talk plan. You can spring for those new sneakers they need. The unlimited streaming. Straight Talk. Spring for something you never knew you needed. Spring forward with real unlimited data and get a free 5G phone.
So Chase Briscoe leads the pack on this cycle of caution, followed by John Hunter Nemechek, Ross Chastain, Shane Van Gisbergen, Riley Herbst, Bubba Wallace, Kyle Busch, Zane Smith, William Byron, and Alex Bowman, your top 10. Now keep in mind, only the front 8 on the last caution went into the pits. Well, actually, it's changed up. Your top 10 are now have Busher, Dillon, and Haley in it. Then Danny Hamlin in 11th, Josh Berry in 12th, then Christopher Bell, Daniel Suarez, AJ Allmendinger, who I thought went out due to an engine issue, Ryan Preece, Cody Ware, and Cody Ware. So anyone from 17th up front opted not to go to the pits. Cars out of the race, I mean, that will get hit with a DNF. Eric Jones, Ty Dillon, and Brad Keselowski so far. Michael McDowell is now just on the cusp of getting back on the lead lap on being the 34th and final car on the lead lap. He's the first a lap off the pace, as these cautions have benefited him with multiple lucky dogs. For those who don't know what a lucky dog pass, what the lucky dog is, the lucky dog pass is a term used for cars who are on the cusp of being who are off the lead lap by a certain number of laps. If you're the first car in line, that's that number of laps down, usually 1. You can get a lap back at the next caution. Here we go, and Chase Briscoe gets ahead. First lead all race for the Toyota cars. Van Gisbergen moves in the second. And as it's Chastain in front. Here comes Chris Buescher breathing down their necks. $89 to go. Tarek currently in 11th. Austin Dillon moves to 3rd. I don't like a 4-wide setup on this track. It's not as wide as Daytona or Talladega to get away with this. Yeah, that's not a smart thing if you're in Logano's spot, where he currently sits in 17th. There's a lot of throttle being burned up. Kyle Busch moves into second. $74 to go. 84 to go. Christopher Bell into the wall. Well, Chastain now goes in front of Van Gisbergen. Van Gisbergen. Let's crank this fucker up. We're on lap 191. And now Shane Van Gisbergen moves to the lead, but how long is he? Well, we got to spin out Suarez. Gregson. Berry. Gibbs. Oh, Carlson got hit too. Cole Custer. JJ Yeley took some damage. Daniel Suarez. 66 to go. Or jabber. And tough break for Daniel Suarez and the rest of the cars that got caught up in that wreck. Six. Oh, 186. Never mind.
Just tell them to want an ambetterhealth. Right off the bill. Made for you. No code words required. Single hamburger, every single.
Poor Huntsman.
So that's not really when it's made fresh every time, gotta be one of these. Liberty Mutual is all she talks about since we stayed home with them and never had an auto insurance. Hey, listen up, you two. Just two. This tax season, do more than just catch up. Look forward for the free 5G phone with select straight talk plan. You're not spring for those new sneakers they need. The unlimited streaming. Something you never knew you needed. Straightforward with real unlimited data and get a free 5G phone with select plans on America's most reliable 5G network.
Dude, freakazoid done.
We've had two super speedway races. I'm glad I'm in the car because it adds elements to everything that we do that are just so unique compared to the past. It's such a nerve-wracking start to a season with two super speedways and then the road course we finally do a whole mile shorter. How about this guy? Speaking of road courses, great job.
Your top 10 are Ross Chastain, Shane Van Gisbergen, Chase Briscoe, Austin Dillon, Kyle Busch, William Byron, Chris Buescher, Austin Cindric, Josh Berry, Ty Reddick. As now the crew, and those who didn't pit, as the crews now get ready for the next cycle of stops. Here on lap 190. 188, I should say. It's a fuel stop for Briscoe. And it'll be Kyle Busch who comes out first, comes out of the pit first. Then it was Chase Briscoe, William Byron, Ryan Blaney, Austin Dillon, Austin Cindric, Josh Berry, Kyle Larson, and Ty Reddick make the top 10 coming out. Oh, Ty Reddick and Shane Van Gisbergen. So it was Buescher came out 8th. My bad. This is what happened last year. Trump just gave an update on the deep state. Message to Elon, move on to the next phase. Buffett's Berkshire Hathaway is holding more cash than ever before. They know some of the people don't. Argentina ready to have zero tariff deal. Trump is ready to go into Fort Knox to see if the gold's there. Rand Paul makes official. Trump gives the timeline when we will enter the golden age. Deep state is powerless. The Patriots know the playbook. They know what they tried. Countermeasures are in place. They've just given an update on the state of the deep state. Trump sends Elon people. We have the waste and fraud. It's time to now become more aggressive and follow the money to show the people the crimes been committed to the people of the U.S. Next phase coming. Green flag. Here we go. Lap 192. Bush gets a push from Jurgen. Here comes Austin Dillon. Byron to the lead. Byron won the Daytona 500 last week. He's hoping to repeat this week. Even though he started on the pole and didn't lead a damn lap, as he got lapped by Cindric. He got passed by Cindric. Lane looking for third. Here comes Logano coming back. Bush going low. Bush staying low. Sure is getting hectic out there in Atlanta. About to hit 200 laps. Which is something I can't say for road course track, for road races. They constantly remain stagnant in one way or another, which is why I don't like doing them and watching them. Which was back in 2009. $200 to go. 60 to go. We're just over 3/4 of the way through this race. Briscoe sliding back to 14. And we're going to the inside of Hocevar. Josh Berry to the lead. Here comes Logano, breathing down the neck of Kyle Busch. Wow, what a heck of a race so far.
Some olive oils are so powerful, you may only take 2 tablespoons a week to see these incredible health benefits. So, how can you tell between an olive oil that can be a health booster and which one isn't up to par? In an effort to answer that question, Dr. Gunn decided to make a stand. These are personal research and findings. This video has been viral since its release, and it's important you see it so you can start benefiting discounts. You can watch the video right now by going to getolive1.com/2 or by clicking the link in the description box below. getolive1.com/X12 or just click the description box below. People have taken this by having shared the results with him saying the olive oil they bought after learning the simple rules and stuff changed their lives. Make sure you go to getolive1.com/X12 or click the description box below. Let's get into the economic collapse, political and geopolitical news. Now, the deep state politician.
And we got trouble. Chris Buescher and Alex Bowman crash. And that knocks another Roush car out of the race.
He is now draining the swamp deep state players. He has his people in place in the FBI, in CIA, in DNI, in DHS, in the Treasury. And you can see that Trump now, he is continually draining the swamp, and he will continue to do this. And he actually just gave us an update on the status
Let's see.
of the deep state players. They're not doing well whatsoever. And think about it. All these judges that have been trying to stop Trump, it looks like Data Republican is going to be linking the judges
SBG.
and everything else. So this is not going to
Chase Briscoe, and Alec Bowman, or Ty Reddick. This is from Ty Reddick's view. 55 to go.
Because think about it. Now that you have cash in position, now that you have hand bonding in DOJ, there can be investigations now. Congress can investigate. They can refer them to the FBI, DOJ. They will take on those investigations, and they will find out.
Yeah, Chase Elliott will get the lead lap. Will get the lucky dog. Where is McDowell anyway? Let's see where he's at. Oh, he's up to 17th. I didn't notice that.
Or the money is being used for false flags, for wars, funding terrorists, you name it. So I do believe what Trump is doing right now, they are now backing the propaganda networks into a corner. He is building the narrative so people understand who is treasonous to this country, who's robbing of all this money. And since he has cash now in place and bonding in place, and they're cleaning up both departments, we can see they can move forward now with the investigation. And it's not just these investigations. They're going to be looking into January 6th. We know the Epstein file list is sitting on Pam Bondi's desk. So in the end, we can see the storm is now forming. And it's becoming more and more intense as time goes on. Because think about it. How does the propaganda networks, how do the corrupt politicians battle against all the data coming out of the Epstein file list? The fact that they fund a lot of this money should be going towards human trafficking, false flag events, wars, terrorist games, and other things. How does the propaganda networks and how do the politicians fight back against this? It's going to be literally impossible. So when you talk about a storm, I do believe a storm is definitely coming and it's building very, very rapidly. And think about why Trump is releasing this information so quickly. Elon is moving so quickly because they don't want to give the propaganda networks and the corrupt politicians time to spin. Because as soon as they're talking about one subject, all of a sudden they find other things. And the flood is now intensifying as we move forward. Now we're going to talk a lot more about this and the message that Trump sends to Elon. But first, let's talk about what's happening out in California. Actually, we have two things that are happening out in California. One is the high-speed train. The Secretary of Transportation, he is now looking into this because we want to know where all that money has gone. The other thing is the fires in California. James O'Keefe, he actually has a phone call of LA Mayor Bass, and she was speaking to the individual, and you kind of know that something is about to happen. This individual has line and listen to why he's leaving and why this is happening. Take a listen to this very interesting phone call.
Introducing Domino's Best Deal Ever. Get any pizza with any toppings for just $9.99 online. Your favorite pizza ever. Any pizza with any
Chase Briscoe coming in. No, he's not.
Best deal ever.
It's Barry, Blaney, Bush, Hosever, Cindric, Logano, Byron, Larson, your top 10. Christopher Bell into the pit.
Without ever touching a single wallet. Dear Facebook friends, last Tuesday started like any other Costco trip until I noticed something strange. All Black was wandering through the store. He never picked up a single item. He kept looking. So I notified him. Told me that shocked me. He revealed that the scammer had stolen the bank information of 12 properties, including 3 elderly couples. All This is unlike anything before. In the last month alone, over 200,000 people have had their accounts wiped. What makes it so that anyone now has to steal money?
Publish in third. 50 to go. However, there is one solution that's been proven to work. It was developed by former NASA cybersecurity expert James Chen after scammers stole $70,000 from his own mother's retirement account. It's called the Safeguard Card, and it's the only device that creates an AI-powered force field that makes your cards invisible to these new scanning devices. How? Its patented Safe Shield technology generates a 6-foot protection bubble that automatically detects and blocks unauthorized scanning attempts. Just slip it in your wallet like a regular credit card, and every card you own is instantly protected. I immediately ordered a 6-pack for my entire family. I put them in my wallet and carry it everywhere I go because you never know where these scammers are going to be. They lurk around Walmarts, grocery stores, shopping malls, hunting for people to steal from. These scammers operate in busy areas. I'm warning you to be careful with your wallet in person. I personally know someone who has all your money's identity. So I wanted to spread awareness and help others. On the inside will be Barry. Outside, Bush. Then Blaney. Eric Cindric, Hosever, Logano, Chastain,
should be closed. But you can see the deep state players, they're really going to start to panic right now because of what Pam Bondi has said, and now cash is in place. And you have this incredible team. Remember, these two individuals, they know each other.
Lap 212. Here we come. Pace car about to come off the track.
And we know that any day we're going to see the Diddy listens, and we're going to see the Epstein listen. Now, what's very interesting about all of this, Kobe put this out.
And we're back to green. Blaney giving the push. Push to Barry.
Osama bin Laden is saying this. Under no circumstances can I continue to defend Sean Diddy. Yeah, finished when that happened.
But here comes Kyle Busch getting a push from Cindric.
The Diddy list is dropped. Hollywood will never be the same. Trump's second term expensive federalism a lot.
Although
And when you see the Epstein client list drop, you're going to see people freak out. Most likely, you'll probably see people commit suicide, which is a terrible thing.
Blaney shakes loose.
They will be brought up on charges, or you'll probably see people.
And on the outside
Because I feel like this is going to get
is Kyle Busch leading the pack as Josh Berry gets away. Now Berry going to the outside.
you start to see clients, you start to put all this together. You're going to start to realize, wow, this is all hard.
And he'll move into the lead
It looks like the folks not doing
for a lap. And now Busch will take it back.
seems like a lot of this leads up to the vote. Patriots are in control for this out and see if you can spot the difference. Get the picture.
Here comes Ross Chastain.
Obama and many others. And then there's a picture.
Kyle Busch gaining some car lengths. It's off Chastain and Berry. He'll go to the inside to try to cut off Chastain, but that leaves the outside line open. There's a trade-off for Berry.
And that reminds me of post 997 April 3rd, 2018.
Son of a bitch. Last time Kyle was in the winner's circle in victory lane, St. Louis in 23. That's 58 races ago. $44 to go. Lap 217. Chastain goes to the high side. And he'll take the lead from Busch. Gets a little loose, but he does get the lead. Kyle Busch now goes to the outside line. Hocevar in third. Gets a bump from Blaney. Now put Kyle Busch back in front, but for how much longer? He'll barely edge that lap. Three wide behind Blaney. That's not a good sign.
never felt the same after getting the virus or mRNA shots. We all know some of the persons.
Brian's quick to check up. 39 to go.
COVID-19 shots. Some of these issues like myocarditis and blood creeping up on people causing debilitating issues unless severe compromise. A condition that leaves people feel brain fog, fatigue, shortness of breath.
Lean goes high.
In some cases, wellness companies use their new to get 4 doctor formulated nutraceuticals with 5
No, it doesn't.
ultimate spike detox Dr. McCullough recommends recovery explore targeted solutions like bronchoscopies. Right now, you can save $40 on a bundle and you get additional $20 off plus free shipping. Head to twnc.health/expert2 and use code expert2 to get action today for a healthier tomorrow or just huge amount of waste and fraud. Now, of course, the fake news, they just can't believe that this is all waste and fraud. But I believe Trump is paying for it right now. They're building the narrative. Again, spinning the story, saying it's not waste and fraud. These are good causes where the money's going. But I do believe Trump is kind of trapping them all.
Lean going low, and he's going to get the lead. With 37 to go. And Chastain sandwiches himself between Blaney and Kyle Busch.
You can see they're going after Nancy Pelosi's federal building in San Francisco. They sort of sound saying President Trump's moving to the Nancy Pelosi federal building in San Francisco. Fancy Nancy's gonna be.
And now Chastain moves to the front.
So Nancy Pelosi's federal building, officially named the Speaker.
Here comes Josh Berry.
Tower located at 997th Street at the corner of Mission Street in San Francisco's south of the Market neighborhood. And it was originally opened in 2007 as the San Francisco Federal Building. It was renamed in honor of Nancy Pelosi. And now to save money, it looks like they'll be shutting that all down. Jody Ernst responded to all this and said,
Busch falls back to 6th behind Kyle Larson, Austin Cindric, Ryan Blaney, and Josh Berry and Ross Chastain. Blaney going, Cindric going to the low end, going low. Whoa! Chastain gets locked, gets hit from behind by Berry.
We're starting to realize that all these programs that they've been sending the money, a very, very small percentage is actually going to these programs, which is a cover story, and the rest is being launched in other places.
And Berry will move back into the lead.
USAID's aid scandal is staggering. The U.S. sent $4.4 billion after the 2010 earthquake, yet less than 2% reached nations, while 56% buy pockets of D.C. burbs. The Red Cross pledged to shelter 130,000 people, but built just 6 homes. No transparency, no accountability. USAID and NGOs.
Berry going to go under again.
I watched the scammer empty 12 bank accounts in 6 minutes at my local Costco without ever touching it.
Back to Chastain. 2 to go.
When I first tried this app stimulator I found online, my friends laughed at me, but just 30 days later, I was 20 pounds lighter, and now they all.
Whatsoever. The FBI can handle all this.
Chastain trying to get that low side line. Low line. Larson going to the highest lane he can find to try to get in front. We've got 3 wide behind Cindric. Chastain in front. Berry goes under. Makes a cut for the lead. Here comes Cindric. Down to 30. Here comes Cindric. Cindric going low to try to cut off his quote-unquote brethren. Barry's never finished better than second. Cindric going high. Blaney going low to try to get around Barry. Blaney goes around, but at least he's on the... Caution will come out. 27 to go. So caution number 9, single car spin out for Brian Blaney. He's going to have to go see what happened. Your top 10 are now Barry, Chastain, Cindric, Larson, Bell, Holsiver, Wallace, Busch, and Reddick.
all federal employees. And he says this is a very good way to see where the fraud is. And this is what it says on it. Consistent with President Trump's strategy, all federal employees are supposed to receive trust steps what they determined last week. Failure to respond will be taken as a resignation. Senator Tina Smith responded. She said, "This is the ultimate Nick Boss move from Musk, except he isn't just the boss, he's just like Dad." Elon responded to her and said, "You get numbers." That was fire right there. So this email literally takes 2 minutes to respond. Once again, if these people don't respond, you big remove. And what happens if this email is going to says, "Wait, hey, what Elon responded to all this said, the reason this matters is that it is good to the information are doing some of the work that they're not doing." So these economic institutions are being communicated on page of fraud. There is outright fraud, and there is fraud. And this is all being uncovered, and I can see the next phase is coming. So the Republican, she is now going to blame all these judges that want to answer the phone to USA need and she moves and stuff. Our fraud here would not be our fraud. I have a question. We have a percentage of that problem. This is how Trump trapped them in all of this. This is hands down the fastest way to wipe out stubborn. Did you catch that TikTok? She used what people are calling the dynamite, and in just 7 minutes.
Here we go. Three wide, and Chastain moves back to the lead. And Kyle Larson moves into second. And now Larson goes to the lead. Cindric trying to weave his way through on Carson Hocevar. Where the hell did he come from? Hocevar to the lead. Now Chastain coming up high. Hocevar hasn't finished higher than third, but he's got Cindric on his tail. And it'll be Cindric to the front. 17 to go. $13 to go. Cindric leads Barry, Larson, Chastain, Byron, Wallace, Reddick, Hamlin, Bell, and Bush. Ugh. $10 to go. That was from Kyle Busch's car radio. But he's running out of time. With Chastain as Christopher Bell comes sneaking in. 7 to go. Elliott Sadler in 2001, Trevor Bayne in 2011. Five to go. Larson moves in the third. Christopher Bell now sneaking up on him. Leaning on Cindric, and Christopher Bell will go to the lead. Cindric moves back into the lead. Now it's Larson in front. Oh, we got trouble. We're going to overtime. Cindric and Byron into the wall. Back in 2009, but that will not happen. Misfortune strikes again. Tough break for Cindric and Byron.
These are cover stories. These are programs that they use to convince you that it's going to this person, but it's actually the money is actually being laundered. Morrison and concerned. Elon responded to her and says, "What did you get done last week?" They're going to be file a list of judges, then a list of NGOs. Because remember, a lot of this money goes to their they play with for borrowing money. Here we go. Showing how the tape was created and what they have done since that point. And this is a very, very starting point. But Trump, he put this out on Truth. He said Elon is doing a great job, but I would like to see him get more aggressive. Remember,
Where the hell Ryan Priest come from? I mean, we know he's the only Roush car left in the race, but the point still applies. Where the hell has he been all day?
They put out an article saying GoPros. With this float, it has, contrary to law, inserted itself into the chain of command, disambiguating the president and secretary from the combatant commanders. In the past 8 years, we've had these triggers the body's immune response, and the FDA claims in 2023 with a fact check that vaccine spike protein is not toxic and does not linger in the body. However, Yale researchers report that some patients who were never infected with COVID virus were sick with the post-vaccination syndrome, PVS, and had elevated levels of the virus.
Chastain in the lead. Larson second. Larson trying to hold the top line. Get a push from the outside line of Christopher Bell. Chastain looking to get one from the inside line with Carson Hocevar. But Hocevar goes to the middle and leaves Chastain high and dry. It's going to be Bell or Larson. Here comes Hocevar. Is it going to be Hocevar, Larson, or Bell? We got a crash. And it's going to be Larson who takes it. At the moment of caution, it's Kyle Larson who wins the ambetterhealth 400. Scratch that. It looks like Christopher Bell wins the ambetterhealth 400. And the win will go to Christopher Bell. We didn't see a Toyota run up front all that much all day today, but we get one when it counts the most. Joe Gibbs Racing gets its playoff qualifier in Christopher Bell 2 races into the year. That's it for this episode. Comment, like, share, and subscribe. This is Mets2128 signing out. Goodbye and good effing night. Bang.